when we're actually,
Sorry.
where we, is it okay? Can I just continue?
No, please start from the beginning. I think my connection went completely.
Okay. So where we are talking of the three matras, and the first one represents the waking state. Now this is with reference to the Mandukya Upanishad. So what we are talking about is where the body takes over, or where we are actually acting, where we are awake, and of course the mind and intellect is functioning. Then the next is the two matras, the first two matras, where we are in the dream state. So there the mind is actually what is prevalent, and this we had also covered earlier in this particular Upanishad as well. And then Ma represents the deep sleep, where all our entire body and the pranas and all that list that we had gone through actually find support in the soul. So the three states actually correspond to that as well. I mean, so that is an okay interpretation, right?
How are you connecting them? I didn't get you. How are you connecting them here?
How am I connected? So means the waking state. Okay.
Yeah. It's a waking state, but how is it connecting here?
Oh, when we're talking about the aims that we, how we worship God, or, so through our actions, through our mind, and okay, service and sacrifice, I mean, that kind of a feeling, and where mind takes over, and therefore you go to the mind lok or Chandra lok. And the third is the soul, which is the Dulok.
No, I'm not seeing the connection there between what is given here and between that. But
okay.
Au and Ma are representative of many things, so that you must take it as a symbolic meaning only, symbolic connection. It is not really a real connection, but it is just a symbolic one.
Okay.
Over
but
there,
it is a good proposal by her, because also Adaha, Upari, Madhyam.
As it is, we are confused with so many of these things. So we'll have one more thing to think about.
No, but actually they're all feeding into each other. They're all supporting each other, frankly. And that's how you can actually think of the other one. The connection would be symbolic to some extent, but that is what we are talking about, actually. Anyway, food for thought.
Yeah. Everyone can ponder over it.
Yeah, but in the same line, Sutraji, when I was just thinking, when he says ek matra, dvimatra, or three matra, is it like also like when we have the understanding of the God to certain level, you only understood God, a part of him, and when he says dvimatra, your understanding of God has extended a little bit more, and in trimatra you have really understood the expansiveness of God, or in totality you have understood the God, and that's how you are progressing. And with that, the whatever the phala that is also related to that in that sense.
So I would in fact say that your understanding of life's goals is improving. So while in the first case you are only thinking of yourself and limiting your actions to benefit you, in the second one you are now thinking that yes, I am dependent on everybody else and I need to do good to everybody else as well. So that becomes part 2.
Right.
Yeah, and then the third item is to go in and say that all this which is there outside is actually quite meaningless, and what is really important is what is there inside. So in fact, in Mandukya actually just reminded me that there was a Chaturth Matra as well, which has been considered over there, which is the Turiya, which is the Upasana part in that particular case. So that is why the correspondence I am not agreeing to Deepa completely, because it is a little bit different. Here the Upasana has come in the third Matra itself. While over there,
Yeah, but I thought that Turiya state is when you have actually become one, when you've reached it. You're not seeking it. You've already merged.
so this here, that part is covered under the third section
Yeah,
itself.
when you're seeking. Okay, okay.
And also, what one must remember is that that was the matra separately. While here he's saying a, then o, then om. So it is actually ek matrak, dvimatrik, and then trimatrik. So it is not
All three together.
all three together.
Ah, okay.
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
All three. Yeah, that's also another clarification. So in the first one, it's only in the second one, and u, and in the third one, more together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's also like the amount of time you spend pondering on God also, no? It could be that as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It's
that-
a little bit of
that
time and it's a
clarity has
little
been
more
given.
where you see more and then you completely, you say that there is nothing else and only God. So it might be in terms of time also. Basically.
Yes, yes. Yes, it is. It is. That is correct.
There was one question I had in the verse 2, where it said that param cha aparam cha brahma. So what is the second cha for actually, Uttara?
So that is just for, you can say, rhythmical this thing.
Okay,
Here,
okay. I was wondering why are they've done param cha brahma. So is that a third thing? No, but then we said that the aparam is the brahma, aparam brahma, basically.
yeah.
Right?
No, param is param brahma. That is God.
Brahma,
Param brahma.
Param
Yeah.
is,
And this is
the world.
okay, aparam.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, sometimes
One-
the extra chars do have a meaning. That is correct. But in this particular case, no.
one couple of things again, just to clarify my understanding and do not want to extrapolate in my own sense. So here's a somaloke vibhutim anubhuya punaravartate, right? So here for the vibhuti, I was also kind of thinking here, does that vibhuti is, I mean, the anubhuti of the vibhuti is of the Parabrahman or the self?
So this.
I was thinking
Go ahead.
like a kind of a, you get this bliss from little bit of an, understanding than expression or vibhuti of the Parabrahman is what I was trying to kind of feel there in Somaloka. Because you already have kind of lost your Stula Sharira, you are, there with Sukshma Sharira, probably you are more closer to the experience of God. Is there an implication of that there, or it is only about the Aishwarya?
That implication is not there. So vibhuti. Okay, bhu is means to exist. So bhuti means
Exist.
existence. And vibhuti means vishesh prakar ki existence. Okay, a special existence. So it is only referring to existence over there. The other meaning which is applied to vibhuti is Aishwarya, which is what we have talked about. And nowhere have I come across this that you are closer to God. So the closeness.
No, I
would
mean the
be as close
vibhuti
as-
is
yes.
the Vishesh vibhuti that is experienced there, vibhutim anubhuya punar avartate. So you experience Vishesh.
Closeness to God. Yes, I get your point,
yeah.
but I have not come across that.
No, I mean not closeness. Vishesh vibhuti of God means the gray, what do you call it? The Vishesh existence of God, or the way he.
Yeah, so
he
you are
is
trying to
it.
interpret vibhuti as equal to God. That is
Yeah,
not appropriate here. No, vibhuti.
Okay, that's what I wanted to. No, that's the vibhuti of yourself.
Yes, yes. And it is particularly special because since it is your physical body, the gross body, which gives pain. And in that existence on the moon, in which you have only a subtle one, you don't have that pain. You don't have birth, and you don't have death. You don't have diseases, etc. And yet you would be aware. So there would be some blissfulness which would be there. But I would think that there would be some closeness with God, better closeness than when we are in this body. But I have not read that anywhere, so I would hesitate to tell you that.
Yeah, again, like I said, it is like my mind thinking like, if it's like going back from Panchabhutas are gone, so now you are at the level of where you are understanding the Mahat Tattvam and
No.
those
That
like
doesn't
subtler
happen.
things.
Even when you are moving from one body to the other, in the normal course as well, you move with your subtle body, and there is no variation in your closeness with God. You would not experience it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I guess it
Vibhuti can be grace then?
No, Vibhuti means Vishesh Prakar ki existence. So,
Anubhava. Okay.
yeah.
So I guess it would be relating more to the subtler. I mean, as compared to our human existence, where we have a body and we're talking from this level, that experience, those experiences would be much more subtle. That's what is being brought out, because the body is not there. And like we were talking last time, that most of the bhog that we do on earth is, most of it is for our body actually. So the quality of the experiences is gross.
Something to think about, but I really have not read. Even Shivitya had asked earlier, but I have not read exactly what is the difference over there. So it would all be hypothesis only.
Yeah, it would be hypothesis, because in any case you would not be able to even write it at that particular point of time. Even if you
yeah, sages, they understand all this, so they could write, but they have not written. Even in the Vedas, I have not come across a reference, so I cannot say.
Okay.
Basically, that will be like a cooling down period, being just chilled. And then again, anyway, you have to come back to earth, right? So maybe that's why they didn't write about it. They want you to aim for the top.
You come to Delhi during December, you'll be completely chilled. Always.
Okay. So shall we start doing the recap, or you have any more questions?
Just one last small question, again, small clarification.
Go ahead.
Here, Purishayam Purusham, so the one who is embodied Purusham here, that Purusha is referring to the God again or the soul?
God. This one.
God,
no?
right?
This
okay.
one. Yeah.
Paratparam, because the Paratparam is also given there. I thought it was related to God, but I wanted to clarify.
Yeah, so Jiva Ghana, that is the soul. So etasma Jiva Ghana, Parat Param Purusham Ikshate. With sa etasma Jiva Ghana, with its concentrated consciousness. Why concentrated? Because it has now lost its material connections completely. So now it is its concentrated self. And now with this concentrated self, with having lost all trappings of matter, it is able to see God. So here we see a clear reference to the fact that you see God one-on-one. But not so on Chandra Lok. I don't think that thing exists. If that kind of a bliss you started feeling, you might experience it even while you were here. So people who do paropkar, who do spend time doing good for other people, they would also start feeling. So while we do experience some kind of contentment and shanti inside us, that okay, I did something for somebody else, there is not that bliss which you experience when you are very close to God. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Athahenam shapyah satyakamaha papracha.
So can I take this up?
Go ahead.
It starts with uske baad. Shibi ke son, son of Shibi, Satyakam, asked Piplad that, hey Bhagwan, amongst all the men who actually think or remember or ponder upon the Omkar, which represents God throughout their lives. So because of this practice, what all lok do they go to, or do they occupy, or do they get in return?
Yeah.
So that is the literal meaning. And of course, here we are implying that Omkar, which is the same, Karna or Omkar ka jap, is equated to Om itself. And because Om is the closest in meaning or to the name of God.
Correct.
And I think that's it.
So,
He's basically asking about the state to such a to which such a person goes.
state. That is the word I wanted to hear. Okay. Then next one, Tasmai Sahuvacha, Etadvaya Satyakama.
I
I
could
will
take that.
summarize.
Okay.
Sorry,
So, okay, which one?
second one.
So here Pippalada is answering to the question saying this Omkar is the Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. You know, it is Parabrahma and Aparabrahma together. And one can, by practicing this Om or by contemplating on this Om, one could either, get either one of them, Parabrahma or Aparabrahma, according to their practice.
Yes.
Though that is not written there, inclusive. Aparabrahma is related to the whole, this worldly, what we see. And Parabrahma is everything inclusive and beyond. Brahma actually means Bruhat. I mean, coming from Bruhat, the big. So this whole Brahmand is also Aparabrahma. And what we cannot perceive and see beyond and everything is Parabrahma. So depending upon our...
Parabrahma is only God.
Only God. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would start including electromagnetic waves in Parabrahma. No, that is not so. Magnetic fields, electrical fields, those are not part of Parabrahma. Those are part of Aparabrahma only. So everything related to
isn't
the world.
Aparabrahma is also part of Parabrahma, Uttaraji?
Here when he is talking, he is making that distinction that whatever is related to this world is Aparabrahma, and whatever is related to only God, that is Parabrahma. Okay. Then third one.
I have one, my understanding to add to this, Uttara. I like that he has not put the Aparam, though it is called the lesser Brahma, or what you achieve by only concentrating on the first, part of Om. It's at least that much you can achieve by even meditating a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
Isn't it? That way he doesn't, say it is very low or less or something like that. So you can still do that, and at least, or that is perhaps the first step. Yes, something. Yeah, that's in a way I feel is good instead of,
Correct. So actually, the four Purusharthas which are there, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Then Dharma, Artha, and Kama are all worldly Purusharthas, and as long as you are following Dharma, you are leading a good life. Okay. So if you are earning money by Dharma, Artha, that is good. If you are fulfilling your desires in a dharmic way, that is also good. So in our religion, it is so holistic that it allows for this. And in fact, it is clearly understood that most of the people will be at that level. And it is that pyramid tapers off very quickly. Where, you know, as you move up the spiritual ladder, most of the people are in the base rung and occupying the majority of it. And then very few people start moving up, you know. It's just a very steep decline. It's not really even like this pyramid. It is, you know, something like this, where it's a very quick decline into people who want to do good. That number is very small. And then the people who want to search for their soul give up everything and just proceed to search for themselves. That is negligible.
Actually,
Okay.
the pyramid got little bit turned around. So dharma had to be the base, then artha kama, and then on top is the moksha set. But here it's like dharma is, I don't know where it is, but artha and kama are there below.
Okay. So yadi ekamatram abhidyayit.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this was the one where you meditate on one matra. So those people who meditate on one matra, they achieve greatness in this world. That's what the first thing says. And for them, the riches, in other words, the Rig Veda, which generally gives more on the good practices, talks about more of the good practices. These take us back to the Prithvi Loka again. And here by tapa and, hard work and, other things, he can achieve the greatness on this loka. That is when they meditate on one mantra.
Yeah. So Rig Veda is associated not so much with good practices, but by knowledge of the world. So yes, good practices is kind of included again as dharma, artha, kam. Dharma is part of it, and how to lead a good life is also there. But it is also knowledge about this world.
I have one question, Uttara, here. When the end result of meditating upon this 1 month matra, that is Om, does it mean that you achieve greatness when you are here, or you come back for a better life and better experience?
Both. So you will achieve greatness here, as well as when you come back as a human being. Also, you will be born in a good family. You will have better opportunities, and you will progress faster. So what Vidya was saying, that is true to the extent that when you are remembering God to even that small extent, and of course you are studying the Vedas. So when it says the Rigvedic mantras will take you, that does not mean that they are going to lift you even though you did not read them. No, it is because you read them. So you read them and you understood what to do, how to lead your life, of which the primary component is dharma, as Anuj was suggesting. So dharma, as long as dharma forms the basis for your arth and kam, you are going to be okay, and you are going to come back as a human being who is born into a good situation. And here too, while performing your tasks also, if you remember God, it will focus your energies. God will also help you. He will also show you the way on how to proceed with your task. Okay. Then next one, fourth. Athayadi dvimatrena.
Okay. So continuing on that thread, because earlier he had just mentioned Parabrahma and Aparabrahma, here is actually going to detail about the various levels. So it's not just 2 level, it's multi-layered in his description. So when you have a deeper sense of meditation, Dvimatra, where he includes the Yajna Yagadi or Yaju shlokas, hymns, yeah, also if you practice. then that basically the meaning here is when we do yajna, we are not being swarthi, we are being pararthis also in that. So that is lokasya kalyanaya ityapi. So for loka kalyana also you're working. So there is a higher purpose to your life. So with this longer focused meditation, which is also for others, you will attain a additional higher state called somaloka for a while. And where you are for a while, you will experience an exclusive experience of God, can call it vibhuti status, and you will come back. Obviously Manushya Loka is still available to you for climbing higher thereupon. That's what it is summarized here.
So what is apurta karma?
Apurta karma.
Maybe you
No,
want
I'm
to
not
help
able
him?
to.
Can I attempt an answer here?
Yeah.
Which is, it means for others, beneficial tasks for others. You know, so example, charity hospital or just, social work. I mean,
Yeah,
you
correct.
benefit the poor people. So basically for society or.
Yeah. So the yajna part which Anuj mentioned is called ishta. And this part which is doing these kind of social works is called apu. Okay. Ya punaretam trimatrena.
Oh, okay, that's, I will try, but others can fill in because I'm not good at connecting word by word with Sanskrit.
No
But,
problem. You just give the gist.
Overall, it says that one who meditates on the whole mantra, that is Om, of all, composed of all the three matras, then he, I want to use another word other than commune, but he merges with the great Purusha. Or here it specifically says that he will merge with the sun. Like the snake sheds its skin, you also will shed, or he will shed the papa or the sinful deeds, and then he is lifted with the help of the Samveda hymns, he is lifted to the world of God. With this, concentrated meditation, you see the you merge with the Brahma or Parabrahmam, and then who resides in this city or in the universe. And then where it's your interpretation is when you come back after many cycles, you come back into being a better person.
But here there is no comeback mentioned by Pipalada. Pipalada has not mentioned Punaravartana in this.
Yeah,
shloka.
but in Uttara's interpretation, she does mention that. So I presume it is coming in the following slokas. I'm not sure.
No, it doesn't come. But I just mentioned that there is a punaravartanam. You do come back from this state as well, but after a very long time. And yeah, sure, because you had purified yourself so much, therefore you will come back as a pure soul. However, I would not use the word merge, because merge gives a different meaning, that you lose your identity. That does not happen. You maintain your identity. If you lose your identity and become Brahma, then all the work which you did, you have lost, because now there is no bliss you are enjoying. You have become Brahma. So whatever bliss was there in...
You mean to say you remain the soul that you are?
Yes.
But you can see God, right? You would have you would see
You now
Paramatma, or you experience
have that
Paramatma in that.
Correct. So that is what is so blissful. Okay, so now moving on.
So what about the people who have attained or had done Sakshatkar while they are here on the earth? So what happens to them actually?
You are the one who knows it.
They just their actual vibhuti and the other states are postponed till they die. That's all.
Okay.
So they become
So they
Jivan
might-
Muktas. Remember
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Jivan Mukta? So they
Correct.
become Jivan Muktas, where as I have actually written in the mantra also, their connection with the body becomes very nominal. And now all their desires are shed. And whatever, these Vedantis keep saying that do nishkam karma, it cannot happen unless you have seen yourself, your soul and God. Because it is then that you realize that this is not me. Whatever I am desiring for is for this body. And this is not me. I am not gaining anything from any of these things which I am desiring for. Even paropkar. Even in paropkar, there is an inherent desire to do good to somebody else.
Correct.
And what kind of good are you doing? You are doing only worldly good. Somebody has a disease, you are curing, say you are a doctor, and you give 1 hour per day for doing just charitable service. That is all for the body. So when you finally realize that this body is nothing, everybody's body is also nothing, that is when your deeds actually become nishkam. All worldly desires are completely shed. You just run this body like a car, and you become what is called Jivan Mukta. That means you are now completely independent of already. Just that little one last sliver is left. So please don't forget earlier teaching. Please connect. Do not read these things in isolation. Please connect.
So that means when they're ready to leave, that time they'll go to Dyulok?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I